guys, welcome back to Aero Haze Blues. Apologies in advance for the sound. My microphones have a tendency to die on me, so it's fun. Hopefully the music helps. Why? Why die on me when I need you most?
Hey, hi, it's me. I can't cope with the microphone, and I'm pretty sure you guys can't either. Sorry about this. My microphones like to die on me. It seems to be a running theme on this channel now. Anyway, before we get into the video, I just wanted to explain why I was gone for 2 weeks. The first week was because I was ill, and the second week, it was just general life stuff. There are some classes on Skillshare that I decided to take. Yeah, I do Skillshare now. And I'm not going to go too much into it because I want to do an actual series on this on my channel. But basically, I hope you like my OCs because I'm not going to shut up about them in those videos, and that is all I'm going to say on the Skillshare stuff. The other thing that I want to talk about is the reason why I didn't have a video last week was because my mum's taking part in Walk for Autism, and well, I've been joining her for that some of the days. I think I've done 3 as of this recording, but I'll let voiceover me, that is a different voiceover me to the current voiceover me, take over, because if I do it off the top of my head, I'll forget something, and I don't want to forget anything because it's a really important cause.
This year's Walk for Autism is an individual fundraising challenge. You can do it solo or with other members of your household. You walk at your own pace and your own time in your kitchen, living room, or as part of a permitted daily exercise in your local area. The aim is to take 10,000 steps per day from the 26th of March to the 2nd of April. Autism is a developmental disability that affects how a person communicates with and relates to other people. It also affects how they make sense of the world around them. It is a spectrum condition. This means that while all people with autism share certain difficulties, their condition will affect them in different ways. Walk for Autism raises awareness and acceptance for autistic people, which is something that I think is really great. While on our walk, well, one of them anyway, we actually got to see a cat in a bag, which was really cool. But anyway, so far my mum has managed to raise £424 for the cause. She also ended up in our local newspaper, which was really cool. She's done so much for this cause so far, and I couldn't be more proud. Her goal is 80,000 steps, and she's already done 92,919 as of this recording, and well, there's still 2 days left. She's walking for my brother Sebastian, who was diagnosed with having non-verbal autism and sensory issues last year. In my mum's words, if autism has taught us anything as a family, it's that love needs no words. Just in case you would like to donate or check it out for yourself, I've left a link down to my mum's page in the description below.
Once again, sorry for the annoying microphone in that. I already pre-recorded it with the microphone before I knew it was broken. Yay! But hopefully it wasn't too annoying and you could actually tell what I was saying. I hope so. I would redo it, but I'm really cutting it for time here. Yes, that is me, thirsting over Gojo's flat ass. Anyway, on with the video. I decided to do this again because you guys seem to really like the last one, and I really enjoyed doing it. And last time I did like a mix of all different types of Skate the Infinity things, but this time I really want to do Langa's board. His is probably my favourite. I don't know what it is about that Yeti, but I love it. So, on my last video, you guys let me know in the comments and in the DMs that I did a lot of things wrong. And let me just say, I know I did. Because that board was for decoration mainly. I did use it temporarily. I think I did state that in the video, but if not, then that's on me. But it was temporary until I got a new board, and well, just in my luck, I found my board from when I was 8 years old. Because for some reason 8-year-old me had a proper board compared to 19-year-old me. I'm not 20 yet, shut up. So I decided if I could give it some TLC, then it'd be good to go. So you guys let me know that the wheels on my trucks were a bit crap on my last board. I left the trucks the same on this one. I thought they were okay, but I got some new wheels, some new bearings, and I actually got grip tape this time and not sandpaper. Be proud of me. So yeah, I'll actually be making Langa's board today. By making, I mean customizing, but with extra steps. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I will actually show you the footage of that now, and it will stop being me, and this video won't be me talking over random images that I've either drawn or screenshotted anymore. So yeah, have fun. Okay, so this is the board before I did anything to it. This is how it was left from, well, this is how 8-year-old me left it, and how I found it. Obviously it does have wheels. I took them off in preparation for this video. As you can see, the board is pretty beat up. There's I don't know how it's so beat up. I didn't really do much. I don't even think I really knew any tricks apart from like the odd thing. But it's just a very beaten up board. The grip's missing. So the first step, if you watched the video last time, you'll know is just to sand the bottom. And what I did wrong last time is that I just sanded it in every direction, which was wrong. You're supposed to follow the grooves of the wood, hence why I just keep going up and down. That way you will get more of a smooth surface when you paint. You need to sand the bottom of your board so that the paint will actually stick. It needs something to stick to, and if the base is smooth, it's not going to stick as much. It may not look like it, but right now on my iPad, I swear I have a reference. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to guess where the center of the board is, and I'm gonna use Langa's board as reference because obviously that's the one I'm copying, and I'm just gonna start sketching out where his Yeti is going to go on my board. I sketched that out first because originally I was just gonna paint the background blue and then figure it out from there, but I figured why waste paint when I could just draw it on and then paint the actual colours where they need to go. It was actually kind of hard to see the pencil on my board, so I did end up going in with a Posca paint pen just to do the outlines, and this didn't affect the result later on, so I would recommend. So at this point I am trying to mix white and blue together to make the perfect shade of blue because I was so set on getting this board accurate, but honestly it took so long to get the right shade of blue, and even then it wasn't perfect, but then once it dried it was, and it was great because I forgot that paint dries darker than it is when it's wet. So yeah, a lot of gesso was used, but don't worry, I put it all, any leftover paint I always save in little pots, and I dropped the paint. It wasn't going well to begin with. And after what felt like an eternity of mixing paint, this is the colour I came up with, which looks nothing like Langa's board, but once it actually dried, it looked pretty close. So I'm quite happy with the result of that blue colour. Luckily, we're in the middle of a heat wave, and if there's anything a heat wave is good for, it's drying paint really quickly. So it took about, I want to say 3 layers of the blue colour before it was a solid blue, and you can see the background, and it honestly didn't take that long to dry. Thank you, Heatwave. Thank you so much, Heatwave. You'll be able to see what I mean here by it dries a darker shade, because when I put the new layer on, it's a completely different shade of blue. So it's like magic, and honestly it's probably common sense with most people, let alone artists, but I'm just a big dum-dum brain and I forgot. I used a Posca paint pen for the mouth and pretty much any of the details that weren't the background, so like the outlining basically, and the colouring in of the face, the horns, the claws, and the little toe beans. For the white parts, I'm literally just going to use gesso. This took a lot more layers because gesso doesn't really dry very opaque. It's more translucent, so it took a lot of layers and a lot of patience. Like I mentioned earlier, I used Poscas for the outlining, and that is what I'm going to do now. The Yeti has a thick outline, so I used my thickest black Posca paint pen, and it worked pretty well. I thought the sides were looking a bit too plain, and they were sort of damaged too, like there were holes kind of, and I just decided to cover it up with blue like the rest of the board. But when I actually looked at a reference of Reiki's board again from the side, it's also blue there, so I'm just in luck today. Once that was all done, I added a thick layer of varnish, but then I noticed I missed something. But for some reason I didn't add that until later. So for now what I'm doing is I made like a stencil of the footprints that are on top of Reiki's board. Why do I keep calling him Reiki? Langa's board. They're okay. If I did his board again, I don't think I'd ever redo the footprints. It was just such a long process and they don't even show up that well, but you know, they're there now, it's cool. And I put them on the wrong way, but we won't talk about that. Originally I was just going to patch up the little section without any grip, but in the end I decided to just take the whole thing off because, like I said, it's been there for like 12 years and it was kind of poor grip, so I got rid of the whole thing and replaced the whole thing. And it was a tedious little task because that paper did not want to come off the sticky bag bit. Someone's probably going to tell me I did this bit wrong, but I didn't know what else to do. With the excess I literally just cut it off with scissors. I really didn't know what else to do with that. I didn't have any spray paint, so I just decided to paint it on, and again this was a tedious task because I'm not good at keeping things still. That is all I have to say on this bit. I just painted some feet on a board. I tried to reposition it to where I put my feet, and I actually drew around on one of my shoes, so it actually does fit to my feet. Fun fact. This whole board is very blue and I wanted blue bearings, so I got blue bearings because the original wheels came with black. I didn't even know they came with bearings, to be honest, so I replaced them with the blue bearings. And I didn't notice this until now, but the design of the wheel looks like a snowflake, which is really fitting. This was the old wheel that I've been using for like, what, 12 years? And these are the new wheels, and they're very pretty, and I like them. I like them a lot. Oh yeah, did I mention they light up? I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, they light up blue. Sebastian likes the board, he gives it a pass. He really likes wheels and anything that lights up, so this board's really good for him. I took my board out for a little test and oh my god, does this thing fly. It went so fast, it was going so fast, I literally could not stop smiling like an idiot. It felt so cool because my other board's wheels and bearings were so crap that I went really slow. This went so fast, it was unreal, and I don't know how to stop, and I didn't want to put my foot down because I knew I'd like trip up or something, so I literally just jumped off my board to stop myself. The only problem is that these wheels are so much smoother and bigger that I can't do tricks anymore. Not that I could anyway, but I'm even worse now and I kept falling on my ass. So enjoy these next few clips of me falling over and acting like an idiot on a skateboard. I should probably wear some protective gear, but I think I'll pass because I like falling on my ass. I don't know. But in all seriousness, this board was really fun to make and I'm really happy with the outcome. I think I prefer this one over the first board, especially since I actually knew what I was doing this time. Last time I winged it and, well, I mean I winged it again, but with more experience this time. And I'm so happy with my new board. This really makes me want to cosplay Langa now. I really want to do Reiki, but now I just really want to cosplay Langa because I have his board. This is so cool. Let me know if you want to see anyone else's skateboard, because in all honesty this probably isn't going to be my last skateboard. Maybe I'll do Reiki's next, who knows? But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you on Friday. Bye!